Today, the irony becomes impossible to ignore. Rashta begins to feel uneasy, and a quiet moment changes everything. Hi, friends, this is Manga with May, and today, the tension starts to settle in. Sovieshu suddenly asks Navier, "Do you prefer foreigners?" Navier answers calmly, "That's not something you need to worry about." But he continues, "How can I not? You're my wife." Navier sighs. The irony isn't lost on her. And honestly, not on us either. That sigh, Sovieshu misunderstands it. He assumes she has feelings for Grand Duke Kaufman. Navier corrects him gently. It was only a conversation about the rift. And with that, she turns and leaves. Later, during the imperial meeting, everything feels routine. Budgets, stability, until a new expense appears. Concubines. Navier remains composed, but she adds one quiet instruction. Rashta's spending must be recorded carefully. She's already thinking ahead. The meeting runs late into the night. Navier hasn't eaten. As she walks, rustling breaks the silence. From the bushes, Viscountess Verdi appears. Viscount Sovieshu knows Rashta's weakness. Footsteps approach. Verdi disappears. And then Rashta arrives, of course. Rashta asks, "Is Duchess Tuania a seductive woman?" Navier answers calmly, "She treats everyone equally. That is why she's well liked." Rashta presses, "But at parties, she's always with men." Navier replies, "Those are dances. They require partners." A pause. Then, "Do not speak like this again." Rashta lowers her gaze. "I understand." Does she really? Later, Navier asks Countess Eliza about rumors. There are none. Only that a noble man grew fond of the Duchess after a dance. Navier reflects. Is Rashta trying to shift attention away from herself? Navier is sharper than she lets on. Report anything unusual to me. Another day, Sovieshu tells her they will leave early for the royal villa for her birthday, and a memory returns. A younger Navier, a younger Sovieshu, a wish-granting tree. If you plant it, the wish won't be mine. We are one, it doesn't matter. So she lies. My wish is to grow taller. But her real wish was to stay by his side, and that wish was never granted. 5 days before her birthday, gifts begin to arrive. Among them, a love potion. Interesting. Then, Queen appears, carrying a box almost too big for him, struggling but determined. He really wanted her to see this. Navier opens it. A beautiful made cake, carefully crafted, almost proudly presented. She cuts into it and pauses. Jewels hidden inside. She studies it. This is a bit much. And suddenly, Queen starts crying. Actually crying. And Navier blinks. Wait, he's really crying? He had been so eager, so certain she would love it. And now, completely heartbroken. Before she can react, he flies away. She goes to the Southern Palace to thank Prince Henry and to ask about Queen. McKenna greets her and sleeps. The prince came back in tears. He quickly corrects himself. The bird. Inside, Henry stands there, shirt slightly undone, eyes red. Navier hesitates, unsure where to look. And then she notices his eyes. They look exactly like Quinn's. They speak. He tells her he made the cake himself. A hobby. He asks carefully, was it too much? He explains his kingdom produces jewels. To him, it felt natural. Navier understands. He just wanted her to be happy. He tells her he isn't a womanizer. That reputation belongs to Duke Urgi. And then he warns her, be careful around him. A pause. And don't look too beautiful in front of him. Navier lets out a small laugh. That sounded a little like jealousy. The day before her birthday, Sovieshu tells her he will arrive later. There is an emergency. On the way, a lady in waiting speaks carefully, suggesting reconciliation, and reminds her requesting a divorce is not an option. Navier listens, quietly. Then to herself, I would not ask for a divorce, not out of affection, but because this has always been her purpose. Everything she has built leads here. The next day, Rashta sees Sovieshu, and she is immediately captivated. He looks especially refined, ready to leave. She asks softly why he is dressed so formally. He tells her he's going to the royal villa. At first, she simply listens, but then she notices something. A gift box prepared carefully for Navier. And in that moment, she realizes he is going to spend time with the Empress, alone. Her expression shifts, and suddenly she wants to go with him. She called them a family, says she should be there to congratulate Navier. But Sovieshu refuses, gently. Rashta pouts. No woman will be happy seeing the person she loves spending time alone with another. So it wasn't really about congratulating her after all. Sovieshu pauses, then promises her something instead. He will spend her birthday with her, just the two of them. That softens her. She accepts it. But as she turns away, her thoughts begin to settle. This is only a political marriage. There is no reason to feel uneasy. And yet she does. She reassures herself quietly, trying to believe it. But as she walks back, a figure waits in the shadows. Viscount Sovieshu. At the royal villa, Navier wakes to soft sunlight. For once, it feels peaceful. She reads quietly until Sovieshu arrives. He looks exhausted, unwell. She reaches out, touches his forehead. Warm. A fever. She begins to worry, but suddenly he takes her hand and gives her a gift, a music box. Inside, a full jewelry set. He gently lifts the necklace and asks to place it on her. She hesitates, then agrees. He steps behind her, fastens it slowly, carefully, and then, without warning, he leans closer and presses a kiss against her neck. And in that quiet moment, something begins to shift. But whether it's genuine or simply too late, Navier has yet to decide. Subscribe for the next episode. You are going to want to see what happened next. Thank you for listening to Manga with May. I'll see you in the next episode.